So hello gamers, today I thought I would remake my machine pistol ranking video because the last time I ranked these guns, it was a long time ago. The machine pistol category is pretty cool. It consists of a lot of automatic secondary pistols that tend to have a very high rate of fire, higher than an assault rifle and a lot of the PDWs. And yeah, we'll start it right off with the Glock 18. I have 109 kills on this, but I have a ton of attachments. So with this setup, it has somewhat lower recoil. The G stock tends to lower the recoil by quite a bit. And of course, it has a 20 round mag that can be extended to about 33. Now, if you're a low rank and you want a machine pistol, or you just want a reliable all-around machine pistol, this is the one for you. It's really just, it doesn't do anything super special. It doesn't shoot overly fast or do so much damage that it's like better than other machine pistols. But let me tell you, what it makes up for is its reliability, because it is very reliable considering it's a machine pistol. The reload speeds, everything of it, not insane, but pretty good. And yeah, expect to get quite a few kills with it if you can hit your shots. But if you want something different, you could go for the MP1911, the Tech 9, and of course it has a lot of conversions, including the 50 GI, which I bought all of these attachments on it for the 50 GI Glock video, which maybe I'll put in the top right of the screen. If not, you can look it up. But yeah, this is a very cool gun because it can actually two-shot torso and still shoots at 1100 RPM, which means it can probably kill faster than like Colt SMG 50 GI. Problem is the reserve ammo sucks. I'm already out. It has a lot of recoil, a small mag. So yeah, well, it's not the best, it's not the worst, so I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Then you got the 93R. Now, last time I ranked these, I put these at number 1 because last time I ranked all the machine pistols, it was in best to worst order. It doesn't really work because guns are good at their own things. So now I just rank them scale of 1 to 10. You could still put them in order. 93R was number 1 last time. I still feel like it holds that spot. It can 3-shot kill to 5-shot kill, has 1100 RPM, very low recoil. Yes, it's a burst, but it's really easy to burst it. I'm not even macroing it and you can barely tell it's a burst. I don't macro guns and it's just like, it just hits everything. I'm out of reserve, which sucks. I guess I'll just use the AUG H-bar. This thing's a cool gun. Nice job, buddy. I feel like since it's the best, the 93R gotta get a 10 out of 10. The AUG H-bar, bro, it's still such a good gun. Maybe I should make a video about the AUG H-bar since it used to be my most kill gun for like 2 years. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for the 93R. This thing is very good. It's got a better muzzle velocity than the Glock, the same rate of fire, but better damage, better recoil control. It actually has better ranges and better max damage, which means it could probably 4-hit kill farther, and it can actually 3-hit kill. Yeah, I mean, like, the Glock 18 got that extended mag, but this has the same default capacity. It even has a faster reload. What the heck? The 93R, dude. But then you got the Tech 9. Now, this is my most kill machine pistol. Sadly, I do not have the extended mag, but the extended mag makes this thing very good. It's so cool because it has a long barrel, a full stock, and extended mag, which yes, the Glock kind of has that, but it doesn't have a full stock. It has a Glock stock, which is different. It used to be called the Glock stock, now it's called the G stock, by the way. This has the same reload speed, the same hits to kill, slightly better damage ranges. Its default velocity is exactly the same though. However, what you will notice is 1, you can't put a +1 in this, but 2, it has way more RPM. Also, it actually has a good ult aim. The Glock 18 has a funny hood ult aim. It's not good, but it's cool. How did I even get a kill there? The fact that this can 5-shot all ranges is kind of broken, since you can kind of kill people from range, as long as you're just like, I don't know, you have a good trigger finger, I guess. But yeah, the Tech 9 is one of my most kill secondaries, probably like 2nd or 3rd, and it's definitely a good gun, but I wouldn't say it's reliable. It doesn't have the recoil control for that, and it dumps mags way too fast. This is how long it takes to dump a mag. I'm already out of a mag. It literally dumps mags in less than a second, which is kind of ridiculous. As you can see, I was out of bullets there. So the fact that you kind of need to rely on a primary sometimes, or a melee, considering it's a secondary, that's not really what your secondary is for. The secondary is supposed to be a gun you can go to when you panic. The thing is, if you run out of bullets with your primary and then you panic and dump your entire mag in like 0.75 seconds, you kind of just lose a fight, and the 93R does a full 5 more damage. So the Tech 9 gets a 9 out of 10. Definitely at times better than the Glock 18, and overall I'd say it's better than the Glock 18. But you could definitely argue that the Glock 18 is more reliable. But if you want a panic machine pistol and you can hit your shots with this and just demolish somebody, this is going to be better. But next you got the Micro Uzi. Now in my machine pistol ranking video, I put this on the lowest spot, and I still hold that opinion. While the Micro Uzi isn't terrible, it is definitely one of the worst, if not the worst. Slightly more RPM than the Glock, and slightly better damage of 34 instead of 30, which is a pretty big difference because it can 3-shot. Now here's the problem with this gun. It has terrible recoil control, and while it does have slightly more RPM than the 93R, and it is automatic instead of burst, it actually has a worse than average headshot multiplier. It's only 100. If it had Tech 9 RPM, then it would be super good. But I feel like this is kind of harder to hit shots with than the Tech 9. And the fact that the Tech 9 has 300 more RPM than this thing. Also, I think it does 19 minimum damage, which means at range, the Tech 9 does more damage. The Tech 9 has a little bit less muzzle velocity. This is technically kind of balanced, like it does have pros and cons. But let's be real, the cons are just a little bit too much. Let's also consider that the Micro Uzi has the same tactical reload time, but a worse empty reload time by 0.4 seconds, which is like half a second, which is kind of like, I don't know, you might win or lose a fight due to that. And while this does come with a stock, it doesn't actually appear to change change any stats at all. It should slow like your walk speed and stuff, but actually give you some upsides. The same thing is true with the Scorpion. The extended stock does not seem to change anything. Plus, if you put a laser, it extends the stock anyways. However, full stock does work. But yeah, this actually has a farther 3-hit kill range than the 93R. However, it does have some weird recoil. It's kind of a pocket assault rifle. It really feels like an assault rifle when you use it. It has the same damage as the 300 conversion HK416. The same RPM as the default one, so more than the 300 conversion. And 20 rounds, which is like, you know, it's about average for a machine pistol, but less than an assault rifle. However, it is a 6-shot kill at range, and you do not have a torso multi. Even so, this is very, very reliable, and you will probably pop off with it. Yes, it's not super accurate, but it's accurate enough. And the fact that it shoots slower is not necessarily a huge downside. If you're a person who wants an automatic secondary but doesn't want to dump a mag in less than a second, then I would recommend this way over the Tech 9. You hit shots a little bit easier with this. It'll dump a mag in this long, which is like, you know, that's pretty long. That gives you a couple of seconds to actually hit your shots. The Tech 9 has almost double the RPM and like the same capacity, so it's basically going to lose all its bullets in half the time. I would probably recommend this over the Tech 9 in a lot of cases. The 93R is still better. It's not going to continuously just keep shooting. You'll dump mags less with the burst that you're spamming. So final verdict on this one, due to its attachment selection, the actual damage being pretty good, the muzzle velocity is kind of low, but it's not a huge deal. And the 3-shot range being pretty good, this is a 9.5 out of 10. But then you got an interesting gun, the MP1911. Now the MP1911 is a machine pistol 1911 essentially. Just like the 1911, it does more damage than a normal 9mm pistol would. I don't know if it's chambered in 45, but it only does 36 damage, but it will 2 shots to the head, which most machine pistols cannot do that. And the recoil is actually pretty controllable, but there are some pretty big flaring downsides. For example, the reload time is very slow. It only has 16 rounds instead of 20, but the fact that it is pretty controllable makes this a very nice pick. I'd probably use it over the Glock 18, probably give it a 7.5 or an 8. We'll go with 7.5. It kind of feels like it needs a change. I would not become mastermind and get like 25,000 kills on it, but I would use it from time to time. So less RPM than a Glock 18, but 36 to 20, which is very good. 15 to 45, so less bullets in magazine and less reserve. 1500 slugs per second muzzle velocity, not bad. 25 to 70, not as good as the 93R. Then you have 9mm, which is kind of interesting. It's 25 to 19, but 1300 RPM. This is not bad. It's kind of like a Tech 9 that shoots slower and does less damage, but it has pretty good recoil control. Personally, I wouldn't really use this over something like the 93R, but it is a pretty good machine pistol, which is why I am going to give it a 8 out of 10. And then of course you got the arm pistol. That's actually interesting. It's called arm pistol, not because it like fits into your arm, but because it's made by Arm. When this gun first came out, I thought I was going to main it or maybe even CEO it. Then I figured out its downsides. We'll get to the stats in a second, but it does 34 to 20 with 800 RPM, pretty good 3-hit kill range, and a 5-shot all ranges. And a 30-round mag, right? But sounds pretty good. Well, it does have an extended mag for 30 rounds. It's normally 20, but extended mag is kind of just buy it, dude. It's really good. There's not a ton of downsides for it, but yeah. 30 rounds. Now here's the problem. It doesn't shoot overly fast for a machine pistol. 3 to a 5-shot, which the 93R has, and the recoil is kind of not a bad gun, but the 93R is kind of a direct upgrade to it when you really think about it. But yeah, even with a comp, that's the recoil. It's not very good. The recoil on the iron sights is very deceiving. I'll show you the actual recoil. It's like this. See, it is massive recoil. So yeah, you won't be hitting a lot past a certain range. And it does have this cool alt aim, but it kind of just makes the recoil all over the place horizontally. And I'm sorry for your eardrums if this is super loud. This gun is like ridiculously loud for no reason. Hello, can I kill you with the alt aim? Hello, dude. So yeah, you can kind of hit shots from a foot away, but if you're going from like this range, you're not really going to hit much. Plus there is a problem in the fact that this is a rank 110 gun, the highest ranked machine pistol in the game, and it's not actually that good. Stick to the 93R, you get it at rank 26, literally a lower rank than the AUG H-bar. So like, come on man, just use the 93R. So yeah, the arm pistol, I feel like it gets a 7.5 out of 10. It's got some good stuff going for it, but man, this gun has just the worst recoil. So yeah, the 93R, dude, you saw earlier in the video, this is a 10 out of 10 gun. Recommend it over every other machine pistol, except the Glock 1850 GI, because this is just way cooler. You cannot lie to me and say that this is not as cool. It is a 50 cal machine pistol. Come on, man. But yeah, gamers, that's gonna do it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.